Hello and welcome to episode 311 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. If you're new around here, my name is James Newell. I teach people how to sell for a living, and for me it comes in two parts. First of all, you have to have a clear sales message. People can understand exactly what you're trying to sell to them. And secondly, you need selling confidence, the ability to be relaxed and comfortable and confident in a selling situation. In this episode of the podcast, we're talking about a great question you can ask your buyer to prevent things going wrong. And it's quite simply this: what does success look like? What does success look like? If you ask your buyer, and you don't have to use that exact language, we could change the phraseology around it, but essentially this is what we're asking: what does success look like? How will we know this has been a success? How will we know this has been perfect? What are you expecting? If you ask a question like that, what does success look like? You then know from them how they're going to judge you when you deliver. Well, James, success would look like this and this and this and this and this. Perfect. So you know if you don't hit those markers, you haven't been successful. It's a way to get people to verbalize their expectations, to make sure that you can hit them. And if they tell you what those things are, what they're trying to hit, and then if you do hit them, and then they say they're not happy, you can refer back to it and say, well, with all due respect, I asked you what success looks like. You told me it's that. That's what we've delivered. So I'm not sure why you're not now happy with that. But it gives you a level of specificity. It also takes the surprise away from the situation, that kind of handing in the homework feeling of, oh, we've done the project, hopefully they're happy. If they've told you the 4 or 3 or 2 or 1 things, they're going to judge it by what they're looking for, and you know you've done it, you know your chances of them being happy are much greater. So the question of today is, what does success look like? Make sure you ask your buyers. Make sure you understand exactly how they're going to judge you, what they're expecting, because it will make life a lot easier for you and it will move a lot of the uncertainty. Right, that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow in episode 312, why me? Oh, why me? That's the question we're going to be answering tomorrow, but in less dramatic fashion, of course. Why me? Why should somebody choose you over the competition? We're going to look at that tomorrow and a couple of the pitfalls that you might face there. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please hit like or subscribe, a heart, a comment, wherever you happen to be listening or watching the Daily Sales Message. If you can interact with it in some way, it just helps us to reach more people and share our positive, practical and free sales advice. Thank you for listening and watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Sales Message.